So, what really makes a revenge story work? I mean, what's the secret sauce? It's not just about getting even. No, it's about seeing someone fall from an incredible height, hitting rock bottom, and then you lean in close, waiting for that epic, calculated comeback. Today, we're taking apart the perfect setup for revenge fantasy by digging into the very first chapter of Reborn Dr. Concubine, and we're going to start right at the end.
Our story kicks off not at the beginning, but at the absolute most bitter end. It all starts with this one, raw, agonizing cry. And let me tell you, this isn't just a line of dialogue. It is the sound of an entire world shattering. It's a scream that comes from the deepest betrayal imaginable.
And that scream, it immediately makes you ask, right? How does a person who's known as the nation's top strategist end up here? Chained up, completely broken, in a freezing shed, betrayed by literally everyone she ever trusted. That's the core mystery, and believe me, the answer is a masterclass in how to build a tragedy. To really appreciate the revenge that's coming, first we have to sit with the full horror of our heroine's fall from grace. We have to see exactly how far down she's been pushed, so we know just how high she has to climb back. The scene that's painted for us is just unbelievably grim. The story doesn't just say she's in pain, it shows us. You can almost feel the iron chains piercing her collarbone, the cold, the dampness, but the real gut punch, the thing that truly breaks her spirit, is seeing the body of her last loyal friend, her maid, lying at her feet. This maid had just promised to save her. So right away, the stakes are set to the absolute max: life, death, and total despair. Now here's the crucial, bitter irony that really powers this whole story. This didn't just happen to her. Su Li wasn't some random victim of fate. In a lot of ways, she was the brilliant mind who built the very machine that ended up destroying her. She was, in effect, the architect of her own ruin. I mean, just look at the scale of this collapse. The before version of Su Li is this beloved daughter, a genius strategist, the wife and the brains behind a political rising star. And then you look at the after. She's a prisoner, physically broken, emotionally shattered, and carrying the child of the man who did all this to her. The transformation is just total and absolutely devastating. And even in that state, she finds the strength to scream this at her husband. And you have to understand, this isn't some empty boast. It's the stone-cold truth. She was the genius who took him from being a nobody scholar to a powerful advisor to the emperor. Her brain was the ladder he climbed to the top, and now that he's there, he's just kicking it out from under her. You know, this whole situation is a perfect example of a classic storytelling trope. It's sometimes called cooking the hounds after the hunt is over. Su Li, she was the best hunting hound you could ask for. Her schemes and strategies helped the new emperor win the throne. But now that the hunt's over, well, a hound that's as smart and dangerous as she is can't be left alive. It's such a powerful trope because it taps into that very real fear of being used and then thrown away. It makes the whole thing feel both political and deeply, deeply personal. So who exactly were the people who turned on her? Her destruction wasn't just one person's doing. Oh no, this was a full-blown conspiracy. It's time to meet the faces of betrayal. And here they are, the trifecta of treachery. First up, you've got her husband, Zhao Huaiyan. His motivation? Pure ambition mixed with a massive inferiority complex about his wife's intelligence. Then there's her half-sister, Su Yue, who's been eaten alive by jealousy her entire life. And finally, the new emperor, Jun Hui, who's just making a cold, hard political calculation to secure his throne. It's the perfect storm of personal, familial, and political backstabbing. And just listen to these chilling words from her sister Su Yu. This is pure venom wrapped up to look like traditional wisdom. She's weaponizing society's expectations, twisting the knife, and basically telling Su Li, your greatest sin was being strong, and this is your punishment. But you know what? The physical torture, the taunts, that was all just a warm-up. The real cruelty, the absolute masterstroke of their evil, comes in her final moments. The real weapon they use against her is the truth, and they deliver it in the most soul-crushing way you can imagine. Her sister, who is always jealous of her beautiful eyes, orders them to be gouged out. And the person who does it? It's Yuki, one of Su Li's own former trusted maids. That moment when Yuki whispers, "I'm sorry," right before she does this horrible thing, it just adds this layer of intimate, personal betrayal that's almost too much to comprehend. While Su Li is lying there, blinded, Su Yu just unloads. It's a rapid-fire series of revelations, each one designed to completely destroy her. Her family is dead, publicly shamed. Her whole relationship with her sister is a lie. Her mother didn't just die, she was murdered. Her cousin died begging for her life. From a storytelling perspective, this is genius. It's a demolition of her entire past, wiping out her identity to create this vacuum that only pure, uncut vengeance can possibly fill.
And this is the turning point. That final cry. It's not a scream of pain anymore. It's a curse. It's a vow. It's the promise that her hatred is now so powerful it's going to tear through the veil between life and death. This is the moment a victim dies and a spirit of vengeance is born.
But then, just when you think it's all over, the entire mood of the story just shifts. The chaos dies down, and in that silence, we get the very first clue that this isn't the end. It's a new, much darker beginning. After that storm of violence and raw emotion, this unnatural quiet falls over everything. The wind stops, the snow stops. It's like the entire world is holding its breath. And that's a huge signal in a story like this. It's the universe telling you that the rules of reality are about to bend, and something destined is about to happen. And into this quiet scene rolls a mysterious figure, a man in a wheelchair named Jun Mo. He doesn't say a word. He just does one small, simple thing. In a world that has shown her nothing but cruelty, he gives her one tiny act of compassion. He covers her dying body with his cloak.
And that one act of kindness, it sparks something in her as she's dying. Her last thought isn't just about hate, it's about regret. It's a moment of sudden clarity, where she realizes her own mistakes from the past.
You see, she recognizes him. He's a prince whose life and political career she herself ruined with her schemes. So her very last breath is spent making a new vow. It's not just about revenge anymore, it's also about atonement. This is so important because it adds this whole other layer to her mission. When she comes back, she won't just be there to destroy her enemies. She'll be there to repay a debt.
And that, right there, is the incredible fantasy at the core of a story like this. It taps into that universal wish we all have for a do-over. It leaves us with this really powerful question. If you got a second chance, if you could live your life all over again, knowing everything you know now, what wrongs would you right?